So much to get into, guys. So much to get into. Thank you all for tuning in, my dorks, my mother flowers, you sick, twisted people. This is your WWE Stomping Grounds pay-per-view recap, review, another installment, I guess, as well, of Around the Point. Thank you all for tuning in. I did early this morning a live review of Around the Point. I did a live episode of Around the Point. Now I did also, after that, a live reaction to Stomping Ground. Now I'm doing a live stream review of the show. 3 streams in one day, guys. I am exhausted, but here I am pulling through. The grind doesn't stop, motherfuckers. If you're a podcaster, if you're a YouTuber, you know that by now. The grind doesn't fucking stop. I shit you not. But thank you all for tuning into the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video stream a big old thumbs up. Share it to the entire social media. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. I want to thank the amazing Salrex for this awesome overlay, and as well as the amazing thumbnail that he did. Salrex, I said this before, I'll say it again, is the best graphic designer in the IWC, hands fucking down. And if you are a YouTuber, if you're a podcaster, if you want awesome graphics designed by the amazing Salrex, hit him up on Twitter at Salrex, at SRXGFX, and tell him that I sent you. He does awesome graphic designs for the likes of JD from NY206, the Solid Monster, Big Mike, House of Glory, and so many others as well. So let's get into the show, guys. Let's get into the show. WWE Stomping Grounds is officially in the books. It ended literally a couple minutes ago. It literally ended before 10:30, which caught me by surprise. Let's be real about it. For a lot of people, myself included, okay, I'm not gonna shit you guys on this one. I went into this show with 0 expectations. There were talks of ticket sales being so low, and you've seen it in the arena tonight. They were doing a buy one get one free. Apparently, for people that were actually at the arena, they were giving them seats relocation, so I guess to be close to the camera and shit like that, to make it seem like, yo, it's a fucking jam-packed arena, if you will. But it was not. It was fucking not by no means at all. But I look forward to hearing you guys' thoughts as well about the show, throughout this podcast, and as well on Twitter, because I just posted a poll on Twitter at HeelSteven. I'm gonna start doing that too a lot. I'm gonna start doing a lot of polls on Twitter, mostly on the pay-per-views. Okay, mostly on the pay-per-views. What your guys' thoughts on the pay-per-view, if you enjoyed it or not. And so far, as we have 18 votes right now. I asked, did you enjoy Stomping Grounds? 33% voted hell yeah. The options are hell yeah, nah, or I didn't watch. 18 votes so far. And so far, 33% voted hell yeah, 39% voted nah, and 28% voted did not watch. I'm going to get back to this poll at the end of the stream. But that's crazy right now, okay? Also, like I said earlier, I did a Wrestle Companion with Big Mike and PW Outsider. I'm going to start doing that more often on the pay-per-views as well, live reactions, shit like that. But let's get into Stomping Grounds, okay? Let's get into Stomping Grounds. I did say, again, this show, I went in with 0 expectations. And I think all of us did. All of us fucking did. And I'm going to say this, okay? If you were to watch this show, up until, if you want my honest opinion, up until, I guess, the SmackDown Tag Team titles, after that, listen, up until that match, everything was going great, believe it or not. And then, for some odd reason, WWE just took a fucking nosedive. And I'll say this right now, yo. I'm going to say it right now. There is a new heel in WWE. And no, it's not Big E. It's not AJ Styles. It's not, I guess, Seth Rollins or anything like that. No. There is a new heel in WWE. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, now, in my opinion, the new big heel in WWE. Their relationship. It's not AJ Styles. It's not. There we go. I'm hearing myself back on the playback. See how I'm coming off, basically. But like I said before, guys, they are now, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion, the new biggest heel in WWE. Their relationship as a whole. And don't be surprised if they focus on that relationship going into the summer. Summer love, dorks. Summer love. Summer fucking love, motherfuckers. Get used to it, people. Get used to it. Hey, they're giving you what you want, right? They're giving you dorks what the fuck you wanted, right? You guys want Rollins and Becky on top? Well, there you are. And a lot of you are going to hate it. I'm telling you that right now. You're going to hate the shit out of it. We started the show off. We started off with the kickoff. I actually did watch the kickoff match as I was eating dinner, believe it or not. It was Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese versus Akira Tozawa, a triple threat for the Cruiserweight Championship. Tony Nese was defending the championship. And again, you're talking to a guy who doesn't watch 205 Live. You're talking to someone who gives zero fucks about the Cruiserweight division. I do. But I will say this. They have a tendency of delivering. They do. They deliver when the time comes. When that bell rings, they fucking deliver and they went at it. No questions asked. A fun match. It was on the kickoff show too, by the way. It wasn't even on the main pay-per-view card. Let that marinate for a second. Let that fucking marinate for a bit. And again, there's all these near falls. Tony Nese hit his running knee onto Gulak Tozawa, while Drew Gulak had the Gulak locked in on Tony Nese. Tozawa jumped from the top rope and just landed on Tony Nese. And it was all said and done. Again, there's a crazy back and forth match. I said my prediction that Tony Nese would retain. I was wrong. Off to a bad start, my predictions, by the way. Gulak hit a torture rack into a neck breaker onto Tozawa to get the pin and win the match, making him the new Cruiserweight champion. And you know what? At the same time, it was long overdue. I'll say that now, too. I feel like Gulak becoming the Cruiserweight champion has been long overdue. He should have won it a long time ago, and now here he is now. And you know what? I'll say this, too. If he is now the Cruiserweight champion, I know a lot of these 205 guys, they go to NXT, too. Why not send also the NXT as a champion? Why the fuck not? I think it'll be a very, very good fucking move. In my honest opinion. But guys, give me your thoughts on that as well. Give me your thoughts. From there, we go on to the main card. We go on to the main card. We have, to kick off the main card, we have Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans going at it one-on-one for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, I'll say this, my honest opinion. This was better than their match for Money in the Bank. I'll say that right now. What kind of made me feel weird about this was the ending of the match. So Becky locks in the disarmer onto Lacey Evans, and Lacey taps out in just instant. Just taps out like nothing happened. Like, oh my god, she didn't even get locked. She didn't get the arm locked in, and Lacey's already tapping out. Which made you kind of wonder. Keep this in mind going into that match. The idea that, oh my god, that Lacey Evans would be the referee in the main event it totally slipped my mind. I did not think about it for one bit. But then you think about it, oh, maybe that's why Lacey tapped out so quick. Now looking at it when all the other shit happened, but still, the match for what it was, okay. Becky's still the champ. Like I kind of saw coming too. With Lacey, I'll say this: she's young, she has a long way to go. She's talented for what it is, and this guy's. We'll see where she goes a couple months from now. But I think it's time to cool. I'm not saying cool her off completely, but not get her in that picture right now. But we'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens. From there, we get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the New Day of Big E and Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods took an ass beating. He literally took a fucking ass beating in this match. Like you can fucking imagine. Took an ass beating. Took super kicks. Took a haluva kick. Pop-up powerbomb. Stunner. You can name it in the opening part of the match. You thought it was over. Like, holy shit. But no, he managed to kick out. So I'll say this, even in defeat, I'll say that Xavier Woods was the MVP of the match. Biggie got involved too, started doing belly-to-belly suplexes on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and this and whatnot. Again, it was a very fun match. I was entertained by it. I was really entertained by it. Makes me think, why is it not for a title, like for the tag title or shit like that? But I actually did enjoy myself. I really, really did. I'll say this too. I'll say this also. What I also enjoyed about this match too is the fact that, again, the crowd was into this. The crowd, I'll say this, for a half-empty crowd, they were into these matches to kick off the show. They really, really were. But it was all said and done. The New Day lost. Kevin Owens hit it's funny, like there's a moment in the match where Xavier jumps and Zayn catches him with a knee as Xavier was coming down, right? And then hits a haluva kick, and then Owens hits the pop-out powerbomb. And Biggie makes this fucking save. But then eventually, though, the L did come, though. Xavier took a stunner by Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens hit the 1-2, got the 1-2-3. So Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn have the win here. And again, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, it made you think, will Kofi lose as well? That's the question. And didn't, but we'll get to that momentarily as well. We then go from that to the United States Championship match. Ricochet versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe defending the championship. I thought this was a very, very fun match. I thought, honestly, Ricochet took an ass beating in this match. Samoa Joe came off like a monster, like he definitely should be. A monster, right? Despite what you want to say about Ricochet, whatever the fuck he wants to do with himself on his private time, it is what it is. But the guy can go. Ricochet tonight showed that, he can go out there and kill it and tear it up with anyone. Even with Samoa Joe, you knew that this match was going to deliver, and it did. It's funny because there's a moment where Joe, I think he hit him with a clothesline after Ricochet came off the top rope after trying to hit the 630. And Samoa Joe clotheslines him. And Ricochet ducks. It like he landed on his head. That the fucker landed on his fucking head. I was like, holy shit. That shit looks scary as all hell. It really, really did. It looks scary as all hell. But eventually it was all said and done. Samoa Joe lost. Ricochet hit basically a 630 after a 630 senton, right? To win his first main roster championship. So Samoa Joe takes another L. Samoa Joe loses again. Kind of makes sense in a way. At the same time, really doesn't. Ricochet's been on his momentum. I did say my prediction that Ricochet would win by disqualification, and I was wrong. I was totally fucking wrong. Okay? But now Ricochet is the new US champion. It's crazy because after the match, you see him going backstage. He's getting congratulated by everyone on the roster. Like, it's Carmella, Charlotte, who then even wrestling on the show, Rollins, I want to say Heavy Machinery too, and then Triple H got a fucking pop. Triple H got a fucking pop on the show. Cause obviously they're doing the whole selfie picture, which Triple H does with all his NXT kids. And then also backstage later on in the show, you see Ricochet doing a photo op, right, with the belt. Those PNGs are coming ready, people. Those PNGs are coming when Ricochet with the US title. And AJ Styles, the club comes out. The club trying to get into the photo op. And then AJ Styles comes in, congratulates Ricochet, right? And tells him that he'll see him on Monday. Now, can we possibly see a Ricochet AJ Styles program for the US title? Why not? Granted, Styles coming back. I mean, I heard he was injured. I don't recall. But if we're going to see a heel Styles, I mean, why not? I guess, the club is there. Make the use out of them. But having Ricochet and AJ Styles going at it for the US title, set me up for that. They should be good matches. They should be good matches. But we'll see how they execute all this. How WWE allows them to execute all this. But I'm all in for the idea of a Ricochet and AJ Styles match for the US title down the road. I'm all in on that. Guys, give me your thoughts on that, guys. Give me your thoughts on the idea of a Ricochet and AJ Styles match for the US title. I welcome your feedback. We then go from that to the SmackDown Tag Team title match of Heavy Machinery and the Planet Tag Team Champion of Daniel Bryan and Rowan. I thought, honestly, this was a very, very intriguing match. A very fun match. I'll say that right now for what they did. Let's point the obvious. Tucker fucked up his leg. Bryan kicked him in the leg, and from there you can just tell he had trouble with his leg, putting weight on it and shit like that. Otis managed to carry the match on his own for most parts, and he hung in there with Bryan. The moment where Bryan started throwing the yes kicks at him, and for some reason Otis started dancing around and shit. And I get it, at this shtick, he's a comedy act too, so that's fine for what it's worth. After this, though, again, this is a crazy back and forth. They literally gave you the idea that Heavy Machinery was gonna win. Like, Otis does the fucking caterpillar on Bryan, I think it was. There's a moment too where Otis is having a strength contest, basically, like a one-on-one, if you will, with Rowan. They both can't take each other down. And after this, when again you had this whole thing where it looked like Tucker was gonna get involved, and he runs, and then Bryan just, I think, pulls a rope from under him and and he falls over the top rope. And it looked like, that's the thing too. But eventually, though, Bryan was able to pin Tucker Knight with a small package, because he's Mr. Small Package to retain the championship. That was funny. So basically, they're still tag team champions, which I kind of predicted too. I am enjoying the run as tag team champions, but let's see where they go from here. We'll see who's next in line for Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. This is the part of the show where the show just took a fucking nosedive, in my opinion, for what it's worth. Keep this in mind too, I was doing a live reaction as all this was happening, so I really didn't keep my focus on the show too. But from what I saw, at this moment, the show took a fucking nosedive. Oh, one more thing too, I didn't mention this. So early in the show, they played a vignette of Ali. And I guess he's now going as, hey, he's from the streets, but he's seeing all these people going through struggles. A woman going through problems with a husband or a boyfriend. A guy, I guess, trying to get involved with drug dealers or kids getting into trouble and shit like that. And I guess he's the peacemaker or something like that. But I find it funny, like, yo, I don't know how long ago was this filmed or produced, but you can tell it's him and his friend that does videos for him and shit like that. You can tell this is not a WWE. You can tell this is not a WWE produced video. Okay, but what I found funny, okay, if this was done in springtime or summer, okay, why the hell is Ali wearing a hoodie, a jacket, and a scully in the summertime in Chicago or in the Midwest? Can someone explain that to me? And I get it. I got friends that live in the Midwest. I got my brother lives out in Chicago. He'll be telling me the weather is literally crazy every single fucking day. But bruh, in the summertime, you should not be fucking wearing a scully or a jacket or a fucking hoodie in fucking June. No, bruh. I'm sorry, you should not. But let's see where they're gonna go with this new character of Ali. Maybe it's a character change. I don't fucking know. Or maybe just to give more sympathy to Ali, get behind him and shit like that. But then we go to the SmackDown Women's Championship match. We have Bayley and Alexa Bliss. Backstage, you had Bayley. My bad. Alexa Bliss talking with Nikki Cross. But there was that. This match, honestly, I just didn't care for. I honestly did not give a shit about this match. They just went out there, just did their thing, I guess, for what it's worth. Nikki Cross took a dive from Bayley, allowing Bliss to capitalize. And as Bliss was about to win the match, Cross got in the ring, trying to attack Bayley. That caused distraction, allowing Bayley to recover and win the match with a Bayley to belly. So basically, Bayley got her win. She beats Alexa Bliss. Basically, from this too, when you think about it, okay, Bayley didn't peak at NXT. I'm assuming now, after all this, what's gonna happen on Raw is Bayley is going to start feuding with Charlotte Flair. Again, fuck the wild card rule. And you're going to have Alexa Bliss finally turn on Nikki Cross. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen at this point in juncture. I did mention earlier that the Good Brothers and the AJ Styles entered the Ricochet's championship photo op. There's that. Also, backstage, you saw Paul Heyman come out of Baron Corbin's locker room, giving you the hint that, hey, Brock and Paul Heyman are in the arena at the Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, Washington, but they were never seen once during the show. We then had Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. Oh boy. The rematch from WrestleMania. Guys, I was there. And yes, the match then sucked. And this one, I just didn't care. It's funny because we're doing the reaction, myself, Mike, and Brennan, and we didn't give a fuck about this match. And it's just the fact that, again, it's them shoving Shane McMahon and Roman Reigns and this and that. And it's like, yo, you're the wild card rule is supposed to be for bringing people as a surprise, but yet you're bringing the same people every single fucking week. It's Shane and Roman and Drew and Elias, and where the fuck was Elias in this whole thing? And again, I just didn't give a shit about this match. There's a moment where Shane gets involved and he goes for the coast to coast, and you can tell that he missed. You can tell that he fucking missed the fucking coast to coast by the camera angle, the way it was positioned. I'll say this too, Shane, his pores must be open every fucking day, because that dude is sweating like a motherfucker in that venue, or every time you see him on television. But again, for what it was a standard match that you see on TV. But eventually, Roman Reigns, throughout all the stuff that he had to go through in this match, right, involving Shane, all that stuff, he eventually got the win. He had a spear on Drew and got the win. You find out, though, that later on in the show that it's not over. It's not fucking over. Even though Cole on commentary said, "Oh, it's probably gonna be over. It's it. It's done. But it's not. It's not over yet, people. It's not." Because tomorrow on Raw, it's going to be Roman Reigns in a handicap match versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. God help us all. God fucking help us all. Seriously, it's insane, people. It's fucking insane. I shit you not. Like I said before, this again during this part of the show took a fucking nosedive, people. I'm telling you that right now. We then get the steel cage match of Kofi Kingston defending the WWE Championship versus Dolph Ziggler. I'll say this was a fun match for what they did. It felt long. And again, a cage match is supposed to be long, especially for the WWE Championship. And again, they went out, they did their stuff. There's one where Kofi did a springboard from the top of the cage. From the top cage, he leaped on the rope and kicked Dolph Ziggler. There was that too. Again, they were just going at it. There's stuff that you would see on a cage match. It looked like Ziggler was about to win, right? Ziggler was about to fucking win. He was about to hop out of the cage, and then Kofi Kingston literally ran and jumped. He literally leaped through the middle rope, right? And he jumped out of the ring and got onto the floor, and he won through the door, basically. So he passed Ziggler and all of them, and he retained the WWE title. I'll say this too, there's a moment of the match, I didn't talk about this, but Ziggler had the ankle lock in applied on Kofi Kingston. And I guess how Kofi's knee pads are and his gear is, right? It looked like his ankle was freaking tore to shreds. It looked like his ankle was misplaced. And again, it's basically how Kofi Kingston's ring attire looks like, basically, right? His knee pads and his sneakers and shit like that. But it looked like he did fuck up his ankle, but it really wasn't like that. But Kofi Kingston is still WWE champion. It should have not been Dolph Ziggler, that's for sure. And from here now, the question is, where the fuck do you go? Because I said, I did say that, oh hey, Kofi. I did say that, hey, Big E should turn heel. Start planting those seeds. SummerSlam's almost here. The question is, who do you have Kofi drop the belt to? Because I said it before and I'll say it again. It's time. It's time for them to get the belt off Kofi Kingston. Listen, he had his moment. It was great. I was there at WrestleMania. Awesome. But now it's time to get that belt off Kofi Kingston. The question is, though, who? Who does it? Who gets the belt off of him now? I said Big E. I mean, you can still do it. Save it for a match at SummerSlam, Big E and Kofi, an emotional match, right? But again, we'll see what happens. For all we know, probably Kevin Owens again, but fuck it. Or maybe on SmackDown to do another Dolphin Kofi match for the WWE title, but we'll see. Then, motherfuckers, we get the main event. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking hell, man. Oh, God, I'm mad that I watched the show sober. God damn it, yo. Baron Corbin main evented a fucking pay-per-view. Oh, shit. Baron Corbin main evented a pay-per-view. What world are we living in right now? God damn WWE, how far are we coming in 2019? Baron Corbin main eventing a pay-per-view. Oh my god, I'm tearing up right now. God damn, yo. Drink some water, Steve. Drink some water. Drink some water, bruh. God damn, yo. Baron Corbin is main eventing a fucking pay-per-view. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro. What world are we living in right now? Seriously. What world are we living in right now, WWE? God damn, yo. Wild card rule my ass, bro. Baron Corbin and Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. My bad. For the Universal Championship. The fruit roll-up title. The fruit roll-up title, basically. And Corbin had the ability to pick a referee. And people were wondering who it's going to be. Who it's going to be. Who's the referee going to be? And goddamn, yo. They surprised the fuck out of everyone, basically. Because the referee turned out being Lacey Evans. And the moment she came out, it's like, okay, you know where they're going with this. It's going to happen, y'all. Summer love, motherfuckers. Summer fucking love, dorks. And if you don't see it coming, then you motherfucker need to get your eyes chucked. Summer love, bitches, running wild in WWE. So there's a moment in the match where Corbin goes through the announce table by Seth Rollins off a power bomb. Lacey's not wanting to count. Keep this in mind too. It makes, when you think about it, right? It goes full circle, right? Lacey is feuding with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is the real life girlfriend of Seth Rollins, and WWE loves to fucking now mention every single time, oh, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are an item, right? They're a fucking item. They love mentioning that shit now. So Lacey does not even, she's counting, right? She's counting one, she's doing like the referee count, right? The count out count, right? Basically. And before she gets to 10, she told the referee that it's now officially a no count out match. There's no count outs. During the match, again, they're going, and you know what? For what it's worth, Corbin can go, alright? I know I'm shitting on Corbin. That's not my intention to. He can go. As a performer, he can go. But you just can't convince me that, yo, in 2019, he's made everything a fucking pay-per-view. Come on, bro. Shut the fuck up. No. No. So, there's a moment in the match where Corbin grabs the chair. And keep this in mind, too. Lacey, she's doing these slow counts for Rollins. And these counts for Corbin, like, oh my god, like, you know, a regular referee count. I'll say this, too. You know, Lacey Evans can pull off a referee outfit. I'm going to say that right now. But that's around the point. There's a moment also in the match where Corbin grabs a steel chair and he's whacking the fuck out of Rollins with the chair, right? And then Lacey Evans goes and say, oh, now it's a no disqualification match. Rollins hits a Falcon Arrow onto the steel chair on Corbin. Corbin lands on the chair. You go for the cover, but Lacey doesn't even count. 1, 2, nothing. She slaps Rollins like multiple times. And you know where this is going, bruh. You know where this shit's going. And Lacey slaps Rollins, like I said, and then she low blows him. Corbin tries to go for the end of days. And like he hits it. Like he hits the end of days. And then out of nowhere, y'all. Out of fucking nowhere. Becky Lynch runs and makes it attack Lacey Evans. Referees are everywhere. Corbin's looking for the referee, right? And then the same referee that refereed the Corbin Rollins match from Super Showdown from Sweet Saudi Money 3 is now the referee, basically. And this leads to Corbin getting curb stomped by Rollins and Rollins hitting the 1, 2, 3. So basically, Lacey Evans is not even nowhere because of Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, Seth's girlfriend, makes the save for Rollins. And then they close the show with them hugging each other. They're getting all goofy eye on one another. You would expect them to kiss. I was waiting. All right, let them kiss. Let them lock lips. You know they want to do that. You know WWE eventually is going to have that happen. Now, where do you go from here? Well, I said it already. Rollins and Becky their relationship is the new heel in WWE. They're going to shove that shit down your throat throughout this summer. Motherfuckers, you wait and see. At Extreme Rules happening in a couple of weeks also, I predict there'll be a mixed tag team match. Because why the fuck not? Of Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans versus Becky and Raw. Maybe they'll do it tomorrow on Raw. Who the fuck knows? But what really surprised me too, and I'll say this right now, right? There was nothing with R-Truth. Yeah, they showcased what happened at Drake Maverick's wedding, where Drake Maverick got pinned by R-Truth at his wedding. But you would think, right, with R-Truth being this top viewer on social media and all WWE social media networks, right, that they would showcase him on the show in some way, right? Get backstage appearance. I don't fucking know. But no, nothing of that. Like I said before, guys, this show took a nosedive. This show started off great, enjoyable. There'll be a lot of dorks on the internet saying this was the show of the year. No, by no means at all. Like I said, if you've watched up until the SmackDown Tag Team title match, this show you would have enjoyed. But if you watched after that and continued watching, this show took a nosedive. And again, this was a filler pay-per-view. Don't expect much out of this. We're on the road to SummerSlam, and God help us all what's going to happen going forward. But let this marinate, guys. Baron Corbin in 2019 main event of fucking pay-per-view. Oh, shit. Anyway, guys, this is going to wrap up for me. Guys, give me your thoughts on Stomping Grounds. I'm going to go on Twitter real quick. I want to go back to my poll. I want to see where it stands now. I want to say not even an hour, but still. Let's see where we stand now, okay? So, after thus far what we have, right, not even an hour in, 36% voted hell yeah, they enjoyed it. 23% voted nah, they didn't like the show. And 41% have not watched the show. God damn it, yo. That's a strong number, guys. But anyway, guys, this is going to wrap up for me. It's going to wrap up for the podcast of Around the Point. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. I want to give a big thank you to the homie himself, Salrex, for this awesome overlay that you see, and as well as the graphic for the thumbnail. Again, if you are a YouTuber or a podcaster and you want awesome graphics done and overlays and logos on for your YouTube channel, your podcast, hit up Salrex on Twitter at SRXGFX. Tell him that I sent you. Not only does he does graphic designs for me, but also for Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show, JD from NY206, you all know who he is, the Solid Monster from the Solid Monster Sounds Off, you all know who he is as well, and of course House of Glory and so many other people. Salrex is amazing. I will say it before and I'll say it again. He is without a shadow of a doubt the best graphic designer in the IWC today. Hands down, people. Hands fucking down. But again, guys, you can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. I'll be back later on this week for more videos. This is my birthday week. I turned 29 this Thursday. I turned 29, people. I'm getting old as shit. God damn it, I'm getting old as shit. I need a blunt. I need a drink. Baron Corbin's in the fucking main event. As always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all. Oh, by the way, one more thing too before I wrap this up. Coming up in a couple of days, TML Podcast 300 on June 28th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in for that one. 300 episodes in. I cannot fucking wait, guys. That being said, y'all, this has been another installment of Around the Point Extra. TML, Around the Point Extra Stomping Grounds review. I'm out like Janice titties, y'all. Peace out, dorks. Baron Corbin fucking main event the pay-per-view. God damn, help us all, yo.